Malago. Says it Malago. It says it's live. It should be. Huh? Yeah. Still see it. Good man. Well, I'm just keep teaching this. Do what I say. All right. See you on. All right, so Lockie, we have a little bit of technical difficulties. You know what I mean? But we're gonna go from where we left off. So Lockie, hopefully everything's wild from here on out. You know what I'm saying? So Judah means, you know what I'm saying, it's really Yahweh though in the Hebrew. It means praise Yahweh, right? So we got the Yah, the Ha, the Wa, the Da, and the Ha. Yah, Ha, Wa, Ga, Ha. But again, there's a connector on these last two letters, right? So instead of Yahweh the Ha, it's Yahweh da, right? And there is a little sound there, but it's not silent. You know, it's a little sound, but because of the end of the word, you know what I'm saying? There's no Ha, right? Yahweh da, right? Okay? And this is the Assyrian, no connectors, but same thing. Yah, Ha, Wa, Da, Ha. Now, what I was saying before, I don't know if y'all caught it because again, the live got messed up. I'm going to read it again. In the Hebrew, Genesis chapter 35, verse 18. Wa Yahaya, Bataza'ath, Napasha, Kaya, Matha, Wa Thakwara'a, Shamwa, Ban, Awanya, Wa Abiyawa, Kwara'a, Lawa, Ban Yamyam, right? So we see between the Shamwa, she named, and the Ban Yamyam, there's some words in between. We're going to see in the English why that took place, why that is. Genesis chapter 35, verse 18. And it came to pass, as her soul was in the part where she died, that she called his name Benoni, but his father called him Benjamin. So what happened was, I believe, you know what I'm saying, she was, you know, she died in childbirth. I'm not sure about the whole history of that. No, that's not what happened. Salakia. The point being, I got to get a breakdown on that, as far as where she died, right? But the point being, his father, who was Jacob, called him Benjamin, or in the scripture, Banyamin. Banyamin. And as we talked about last week, you always have to look at Hebrew is such a Tawab, it's the most Tawab language, man. You know what I'm saying? When you get it down, man, you can really start to understand how these things work. You can see, so we say, this means praise the Most High, praise Yahweh. How do we know? Because Yahweh is literally in the name. You know what I'm saying? If you take away one, you take away the Da, you have the Most High's name, Yahweh, right? And here, we have two words connected to make a name. Ban means son. You know what I'm saying? And Yamyam means right. But Yamyam, Benjamin, is the son of the right hand. Okay? He's the son of the right hand. That's what his name literally means. Right? We're gonna read it in the next that doesn't say it here. But no sweat. Select. So now we're gonna get this Hebrew, same thing, right? Well, let me just fix these connectors because they're too far down. You want to make room for everything. Right? So that's held up. And Banyamya, right? So Ba, Na, we got the Ya, right? Yam, then a Ma, then another Ya, then another Na, right? And this is an interesting word because it has that's three connectors. That's an interesting word. You know what I'm saying? You don't see that very often. We tend to not see that, but this is literally, there's 6 letters. Ba, na, ya, ma, ya, na. 6 letters. You understand? But there's 3 connectors. So it's pronounced Ban, Yam, Yun. Right here, right here, and right here. The vowels are cut out. You're only getting the 3 vowels, the ba, the ya, and the ma. Ban, Yam, Yun. Right? We're going to write over here in the Syrian real quick. Ban, right, Yam, Ban, Yam, Yun. Ban, Yam. Remember in that Assyrian? I don't know if y'all can see it. Salakia. Remember that in Assyrian? You of course have to drag it. You got to drag it down a little bit. That N at the end of a word comes down like that, right? So now, next, Levi. Let's move quickly. Quickly. Salakia. Where was that? Right, so Bunyamin, Ba, Na, Ya, Ma, Ya, Na. But again, 3 connectors, Bunyamin, right? And just like I said, remember that the Na extends down here. So, now the next one. So, I'm gonna have you read the English for me when I get to it. The what, brother? Let me see. So, we're gonna go to Genesis chapter 29 and verse 34. Genesis chapter 29 and verse 34. I'm going to read the Hebrew first, and then I'm going to have you read the English so we can understand what's being said. So, again, you can follow along on that blue letter Bible, right? So this is the book of Genesis chapter 29 and verse 34. In the Hebrew, it says, What the hall, I would die. What the log, Van, what the Amar, I thought, Hapaim, Yalawa, Ayashi, Alaya, Kaya, Yaladafia, Lawa, Shalasha, Banyam, Kam, Kwara'a, Shamwa, Loya, Salaki. Right? So go ahead and read that in English, brother.
Genesis chapter 29, verse 34. And she conceived again, and bare a son, and said, now this time will my husband be joined unto me.
And this is Leah who conceived again, right? This is Leah. This is the sister that Jacob wasn't really after. You understand? Jacob was after Rachel, but Laban, right, I believe, went ahead and put Leah in the marriage chamber in the dark. He didn't know what was up, and he laid with her. And once he laid with her, what did that make them? It made them husband and wife. So if somebody tells you that sex is not marriage, then why did Jacob have to stay with Leah? If sex is not marriage and you can go ahead and do what you want to do afterwards, that brother would have been fine. But no, the reason why Laban did that was because he knew once he laid with her, that's his wife. You understand? So keep going, brother.
Because I have borne him 3 sons. Therefore was his name called Levi.
Right. So if you go back to where it says, now this time will my husband be joined unto me. Joined unto him, unto me. That's what Levi means. So Salakia. So Levi means joined to me. Because Leah wanted that affection from Jacob. You know what I'm saying? She wanted him to love her and be with her. So she's saying, well, now Levi was her second son, right? So now she's saying, well, now he's going to be joined unto me. So I'm naming my son joined unto me, right? Because the Yah, again, we probably going to do pronouns next week. The Yah in this instant would be me, or to me, or my, right? The same way we say, I think you say my power. My power would be Aliyah, right? Aliyah. Al-Hayyim is different, but Aliyah would be to me, my power. So Aliyah means joined to me, right? So like all right, so the phonetic spelling of that is Loyah. These were the priests, man. That's why you see that word law in there. Right? These were the priests. This is who we had to pay tithes to, because they didn't have an inheritance in terms of land. So we had to pay tithes to them to make sure they were good. Give them 10% so that they can eat. You understand?
Daddy.
So now,
Look at this.
where am I at? I'm tripping. Well, yeah. All right. It's gonna be. It's not law white yeah. It's law. Yeah. The last letter is the one that doesn't have the connector in the word law. Yeah. And then in the Assyrian, same thing. Right? La. La. Yeah. I'm connected so you can't tell, but it's law. Yeah. Right? All right. Next, we're gonna run through these. So let's get similar. So, brother, if you can, Bob, we shall give me Genesis chapter 29, verse 33.
Genesis chapter 29, verse 33.
So, let me read this Hebrew real fast. 29, 33. So, I'm going to read the Hebrew and I'm going to have the brother read the English. So, right now we're doing Simeon. It says, what the har, I would die. What the lad, ban. What the amor, kaya, shemai, Yahweh, kaya, shamaah, salakia, anakaya, wayatan, laya, nam, af, za, wa fakoraah, shamwa, shamayim, right? Thank you for English, brother. Come.
29, verse 33. And she conceived again and bare a son. Salah, deuce. Yeah. Verse 33. And she conceived again and bare a son, and said, because the Lord hath heard that I was hated, he hath therefore given me this son also. And she called his name Simeon.
Right. So she was saying again. So now this is right. This is now this is Leah again, I believe. Salakia. Right. This is Leah again. So she said she wanted the Most High to hear her. So she said, Salakia, because the Lord hath heard that I was hated, right? So here is Shema, right? Shema is to hear. Now again, Shema can be used to tell someone to be quiet because what you're essentially telling them is to listen, right? So if I say Shema, I'm telling you to be quiet, but what I'm really saying is listen to me. In order for you to listen to me, you gotta stop talking, right? So Shema means listen. So she's saying because the Lord hath heard me, Shema, right? The Lord hath heard me, so I'm gonna name my son that. So this means to be heard, right? Shema, okay? So like it. 1 second. Right. No sweat. So that's so the actual spelling of that is gonna be what? It's gonna be Shammai 1. Shammai 1. Again, Salaki for these connectors impeding on one another. All right, Shammai 1. And then in this Hebrew, right, we got the Shah, we got the Ma, we got the I, we got the Wa, and we got the Na. Shah, My, 1. And then in the Syrian, it's going to be similar to the Syrian. So kind of different. The Shah is a little different than the Syrian. You know what I'm saying? Of course, the other ones are way different. Shah, My, what's the I in the Syrian? Oh, yeah, I forgot. Shammai 1. Right. Shammai. Oh, yeah. You gotta remember that's how that ends. Shammai 1. Next, so now we're gonna do Zebulun. Pause. Okay. Why does it seem like every time? Yeah, it doesn't seem to work. Good night. Am I spelling it wrong? Maybe it's with an A. Is that what it is? No. Oh, that's what it is. They spell it with a U. What? Zebulun. All right, so brother, if you could, Bible shot, hold Genesis 30 and 20. And I'm going to read in the Hebrew first. And it says, Ata Amar, La'ah, Zabadunya, Alahayim, Athia, Zabadah, Tawab, Hapa'aim, Slakia, Ya Zabala Naya. Salakia. Salakia. Yeah, come on. Zabalanya. That's the proper pronunciation. Salakia. Ayashya. Kaya. Yaladathia. Lawa. Shasha. Banyam. Wathakwara'ah. Af. Shamwa. Zabalawan. Come. So go ahead, read the English out.
Genesis 30, verse 20. And Leah said, God hath endured me with a good dowry.
Mm-hmm.
Now will my husband dwell with me, because I have borne him 6 sons.
Mm-hmm.
And she called his name Zebulun.
Right. She called his name Zebulun. Salakia. Exactly. Real fast. Right? If I'm not mistaken, let me see. Let me just make sure I get this definition correct. Right. So Zebulun means, read it again from the top, real fast.
And Leah said, God hath endued me with a good dowry. Now will my husband dwell with me.
That's the part I want to keep going.
Because I have borne him 6 sons. And she called his name Zebulun.
So Zebulun means to dwell with me. That's the part. She said, after having 6 kids with Jacob, she said, well, now he's going to dwell with me. Now he's going to be with me. So she named her son what she was thinking. Now he's going to be with me. Zebulun means to dwell with me, right?
What's it?
God.
So does that mean that Jacob wasn't staying with his ribs?
It means that, you know what I'm saying, pretty much, you know what I'm saying, he might have stayed with them, but he had more than one. So he can't stay with one every night. You know what I'm saying? And not to mention, Leah wasn't the one that he wanted. So everything, and notice that, he didn't want her, but he obviously kept, you know what I'm saying, dealing with her, because that's the duty of marriage. He had to keep, you can't deny rod to the sister, and once you know what I mean? So he even had 6 kids with her. If I'm not mistaken, he had more kids by Leah than any of his wives. The one he didn't want. Don't that sound familiar? You understand? Right? Don't it sound familiar? We all, you know what I'm saying? All people know exactly what that's like. That the one you didn't really want per se, or you look back and you didn't want, she got all your kids and you still got to deal with her. But according to the Bible, you literally got to deal with her consistently. That's your woman. You know what I'm saying? That's your wife. So she named her 6th son from Jacob, Zabalon, which means to dwell with me. So the phonetic spelling is going to be Za-Ba-La-1. All right? Now we're going to spell it out in the Hebrew. Salakia. So it's Za, Ba, La, Wa, Na. Za, Ba, La, 1. It's a ball. Right? Then we go over here. Right? Slovakia. In the Assyrian, it's going to be like Za, Ba, La. So that's kind of too much. One.
Does everybody go?
They have to sleep.
It's about 1. Right? Next. I love this one. It's one of my favorites.
The boo, the boo, the boo.
Brother, if you can, Bible Shah, give me Genesis chapter 41 and verse 52. First things first, I'm gonna read the Hebrew real fast. All right. So this is Genesis chapter 41 and verse 52 in the Hebrew. Wa'ath, Sham, Hashunya, Kwara'ah, Aparya, Kaya, Salakia, Haparnaya, Alahayim, Ba'arantaza, Anya, right? So, can everybody read this out? Count 41 and 52. 52 Salakia.
Genesis 41, verse 52. And the name of the second called he Ephraim. For God hath caused me to be fruitful in the land of my afflictions.
Right. So now the difference between these two, y'all want to put this in the notes if you don't know, we already have it. But the difference between these two, Ephraim and Manasseh, is that all the other ones, they're being named by Jacob's wives, right? Their mothers. Their mothers are saying, praise the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Or he's going to be joined unto me now. Or, or the Lord heard me. You know what I'm saying? Or he's going to dwell with me now. In the case of Ephraim and Manasseh, they were named by their father because Ephraim and Manasseh are not direct sons of Jacob's grandson. So these two, right? These are not Jacob's sons. These are Joseph's sons. Joseph was one of Jacob's sons. So Joseph was actually one of the 12 himself. But the reason why he didn't get his inheritance wasn't direct is because he got a double blessing. He got an inheritance through two sons. So he got a double blessing. So it's a lot. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do a little bit of that. Get his name. Why not, right? That's not part of the 12 tribe, but you know what I mean? It can't hurt just to have it real fast. I'll write it above it. So, give me Genesis chapter 30, verse 24.
You said Genesis 30.
Actually, chapter 23.
Genesis 30, verse 23. That she conceived and bare a son and said,
Start at verse 22.
Verse 22, God remembered Rachel, and God hearkened to her and opened her womb.
Because Rachel, the one that Jacob actually wanted, was barren. She hadn't had no kids. Leah, her sister, now imagine that for a sister. She watching her sister be with her man and have a bunch of kids. Wow. So she's praying, please, oh my Lord, I want to have a son like this. This is my man, right? So you read up at the top.
And God remembered Rachel, and God hearkened to her.
God listened to her, go ahead.
And opened her womb, and she conceived.
Okay, she conceived, means she was able to get pregnant. Go ahead.
And bare a son,
right?
And said, God hath taken away my reproach.
Go ahead, verse 24.
And she called his name Joseph, and said, the Lord shall add to me another son.
Right, so that's a lot. Y'all usually read the Hebrew first, but this one was more no sweat. I'm going to read this one in the Hebrew, verse 24. And it says, Watha Kwara'ah, Ath, Shamwa, Yawasap, Lahamar, Yasap, Yahweh, Layah, Ban, Akar, right? So Joseph's name in the Hebrew is actually Yawasap. Yawasap, right? Which means, if I'm not mistaken, it means to add. 1 second. Yep, it means to add. Yawasap means to add. Right? Yawasap. If I was just real quick, I'm only going to do the ancient for this one because we're not really, so Yah, Wah, Sa, Pa, Yao, Sa. Sa. Okay? But yeah, that's why right now, go back to the other scripture you was on the phone. If you got it, I'll go back to all of this is in Genesis. That last one was Genesis. So chapter 41, verse 52. Start from 51, like you said.
Genesis 41, 51.
Mm-hmm.
And Joseph called the name of the firstborn Manasseh.
We'll get to that. Go ahead.
For God said, He hath made me forget all my toil and all my father's house.
Right. That's it. So we'll see that Manasseh's name means to forget, but keep going.
And the name of the second called he Ephraim. For God hath caused me to be fruitful in the land of my affliction.
Most High in Christ. So the reason why Ephraim's name comes first is because he got the bulk of the blessing, right? Even though he was actually the second son, he got more of the blessing than Manasseh, his older brother, right? So Ephraim, if you read the Hebrew, I read it before, but I read it again real fast. It's a short scripture. Wa'af, Sham, Hashanya, Para'ah, Aparim, Kaya, Haparnayah, Alahayim, Ba'aratazah, right? So Ephraim in Hebrew is actually is actually Aparim. Now, what do we remember? What does that yum usually mean, right? Because that's interesting. What does that yum usually mean in the Hebrew? You happen to remember that? No sweat. Okay. What's ak in Hebrew? Brother. What's akim? Right. So yum is basically turning something into multiple. It's turning into a plural, right? So read the English again, verse 52.
And the name of the second called he Ephraim. For God hath caused me to be fruitful in the land of my affliction.
Right, hath caused me to be fruitful in the land of my affliction. So if you look at the word aparim, right? The word, it comes from the root word, Salak, here 1 second, which is para. The root word is para. Apara, to be fruitful or fruitfulness. But in this case, Joseph is saying the Most High has made me extra fruitful. It's a plural, like I'm fruitful, but aparim, like I'm more fruitful, right? That's why I love that name, aparim. And a lot of times you want to pay attention to, if you can, a lot of times when you read in the English translation or transliteration, when you see that I am, not all the time, but a lot of times it actually coincides with yom. So a lot of times that I am represents something that is in plural, right? That's why the fake Jews, Salakia, the imposters, they say Goyim, Goyim, for other nations. When really, I think it's, Goyim or Gawayim or something to that effect. But it definitely ends in a yum in the actual Hebrew. But yeah, a lot of times that I am means that word is representing something that's Hebrew, right? So a party. So what that's going to be comprised of in the Hebrew is going to be a what? A, right? Pa, Ra, Ya, Ma. Apa, Ra, Ya, Ma. But again, we're going to get our connectors together and we're going to, make it right. Salakia. Apar, so these are connected. Apar, yum. Apar, yum. Right? I am fruitful. I am fruitful. Ah means I. Right? Ah means I. The par comes from para, which means fruitful, and yum is plural. I am fruitful. I am more fruitful. You understand? Right? And now we're going to go over here to the Assyrian, and that's going to be the same thing. We're going to have an ah, right? The pa in the Assyrian always messes me up. Pa, ra, ya. And then at the end of a word, you know that ma is a little bit different.
Mommy go daddy.
Shh. Right? So lock here. Let me see something. No, I'm looking. That's not correct.
Love me. Love me.
No, I'm looking on it a little bit. One sec. Make it like a sock. It's gonna be like, boom. Yeah. That's more like, right, there we go. A party. All right. So now you since we already in that scripture, you just jump to verse 51. Because that's pretty much where we at. So we now be doing, this is Joseph's first son, Manasseh. So Salakia. Let me just find it real fast. I lost it. Read the Hebrew first. Okay, I'm gonna read the Hebrew in verse 51 first. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 41, and verse 51. Wayakara Yawasap, Af, Sham, Habakar, it's like it, Habakwar, Wanasha, it's like it, Manasha, Manasha, Kaya, Nashanya, Alahayim, Af, Cam, Amoya, Wa'af, Cam, Bayath, Adna. Right? So again, read the English out.
And Joseph called the name of the firstborn Manasseh. For God said, He hath made me forget all my toil and all my father's house.
Okay. Right? So Manasseh's name said, because he had made me forget all my toil. The word for forget is Nasha. This Nasha, name is where it's Nasha, right? So Manasha is to forget, or you know what I'm saying, made to forget, right? Manasha. So now, so the actual is gonna be Ma Na Sha, right? Salakia. Right, these are the so-called Cubans. I forgot about that. Let's not forget that as well. You know what I'm saying? The Levi is the Haitians, Simeon is Dominicans, Zebulun, who's Zebulun? Always forget Zebulun. That's Guatemala to Panama. Okay. Ephraim, Ephraim Apari was the Puerto Ricans, and Manasseh would be the Cubans, right? Manasha. So Ma Na Sha. Ma Na Sha. And over here in the Assyrian. Ma
Sha.
Na Sha. Right? Manasha. Right? We'll go through these Slovakia. So give me Genesis 30 and 11, brother.
Said Genesis 30 and 11.
God. 5 more. I'll read the Hebrew real fast. The book of Genesis, chapter 30 and verse 11. Wata Amar, La'ah, Banada, Wathaquara'ah, Af, Shawah, God. Yeah, yeah.
And Leah said, a troop cometh. And she called his name Gad.
Most High in Christ. So what does Gad's name mean?
A troop coming.
So like, let me make sure. I know it's true, but it doesn't say it mean a troop coming. No, it just means a troop. Yeah, we're good. Tawad. So Gad just means a troop. Okay? So Gad is pretty much one of the only one, if not it's the only one that is absolutely spelled the correct way in the English. It's Gad, right? It's gonna be the same thing when you spell it correctly, phonetically, so to speak. It's still gonna be Gad, right? It's only 2 letters in the Hebrew. This is your so-called native English, right? It's your so-called native Indians, right? A lot of them brothers, you know what I'm saying, they be Gadites, and you be thinking they just brothers, you thinking they Judah, but they not. You know what I'm saying? So Laki, if I'm not mistaken, I believe Captain Soccer War. I believe Captain Soccer War is a Gadite. You know what I'm saying? We got plenty of brothers, you know what I'm saying, from the tribe of Gad, right? Now, with that being said, again, it's only 2 letters, right? God and the dot, and it's connected. God, right? And then in the Assyrian, God's like, I want to say it's like, and then the dot's like, boom. Am I correct? Yep, God. Now, let's see here. Next one. Yeah. Genesis chapter 29, verse 32, brother.
And Leah conceived.
So, like, let me just read this Hebrew real fast. Okay. Watahar, La'am, Watalada, Ban, Watakwara'a, Shawa, Ra'albin, Kaya, Amara, Kaya, La'a, Yahweh, Salakia, Ba'an Yaya, Kaya, Aita, Ya Ahabanya, Ayasha. So again, read English now, brother. Wow.
And Leah conceived and bare a son. And she called his name Reuben. For she said, surely the Lord hath looked upon my affliction. Now therefore my husband will love me.
Mm-hmm. Count. That's the end of that. Right. So Reuben's name means, so again, so let me write it out so you can see it, right? And we know that Reuben would be the Seminole Indian. Right? Right? And if you were to spell it out, it would be Ra. It's like Ra. Owl Bun. Right? Ra. Now, again, you always got to pay attention to the words like pay attention to the words inside the words. We see that there's a bond there. And what does bond mean in Hebrew?
You said what Durham means? Yeah. What that mean from?
Blah. It's a bond. Bond Yahweh. Bond Yahweh.
I thought Isupk would be my name and then where I'm from. So,
Come on.
I'm from the tribe of Judah.
Right, but if if you're from the tribe, so Judah, Yahweh, right? Going Yahweh. What's your relationship to Yahweh? Right, if he's your father, then we're both what? His children. Be specific. We always just right, but also in Christ, we're his sons, right? Because you weren't here at the time, no sweat, but we read that Benjamin means son of the right hand. So that's why we say Ban Yasha'Allah, Ban Yahweh, Ban Benjamin, Ban Loya. It means son of. I think people will be like, I think Banath, something like that. It's definitely a different word for daughter. We can look it up, to be honest with you. I don't want to butcher it and get it wrong, but I believe it's definitely, I want to say it's like Banath or something like that. So now, look it up real fast. Daughter. Bath. So it's just a bond of thought. The son is bond or not, right? So we see that the word bond is in Ra'al. So we know it's going to be something with a son. That makes Hebrew very suave and easy to understand. Almost every one of these words is a word within the word. You know what I'm saying? Yahweh is in Yahweh. Son and right are in Bunyamin. You understand? Quiet or her is in Shemayim, right? Like we said, I and fruitful, upon you, right? Nasha. So with Ra'al, we know it's going to be something with a son. So read what you got in English again. Read the English scripture again, Genesis 29:32.
Genesis 29, verse 32. And Leah conceived and bare a son, and she called his name Reuben, for she said, surely the Lord hath looked upon my affliction. Now, therefore, my husband will love me.
Right, because this was Leah. Reuben was Leah's first son. So this is after the whole thing where Jacob didn't want Leah, he really wanted Rachel, but now they stuck together and such and such and such. This is her first son. And so she's thinking to herself, like a lot of sisters do, well now, because I got his baby, what that mean? He's going to stay with me. He's going to love me now. Now I got him, right? So she named his name Reuben. And the name Reuben means behold a son, right? Look, a son. Matter of fact, it should be in the scripture. It's a lot. Right. No sweat. Well, yeah, Reuben means behold a son, right? So Shalak, again, I'll be drawing this just too crazy. Gad and with Reuben, Alvin. So in ancient, it's going to look like Ra, Ah, Wa, Ba, Na, Ra, Alvin. Right? So looking into there, Ra, Alvin. And then you go over here, same thing. Ra, Al, Bun. Okay? Almost done, y'all. So give me Genesis chapter 30 and verse 13. I'll read. The book of Genesis chapter 30 and verse 13. Wata Amar, La'ah, Ba Asharya, Kaya, Ashara Wanya, Balawath, Wathakwara, Af, Shamwa, Ashar. Right? Ashar, of course, is that going to gonna be our Colombian brothers. It's Colombia all the way to Uruguay. That's South America, man. So you gotta read the English out.
And Leah said,
So we go again. In Hebrew, our names have meanings, man. A lot of us got names, our worldly names, our damn slave names. It may have a meaning. We don't know if it has a meaning. We don't know what it comes from or what the point of it is. I know my slave name don't mean a damn thing. It's just I just got one of those slave names that black people started naming their kids in the late 80s. You know what I'm saying? In the early 90s. That's what I have, right? It don't mean a damn thing, but that's what it was back then. The names in Hebrew all have a meaning. You understand? So, Bob, what's your name?
and my slave name,
No, hell no. No, that shit.
sacrifice.
It's a sacrifice, Most High in Christ, right? Your name is representative of you. It means something, right? So go ahead and read that scripture.
And Leah said, happy am I, for the daughters will call me blessed. And she called his name Asher.
And she called his name Asher. Asher, she said, happy am I, for the daughters will call me blessed. And she called his name Asher. Asher literally means happy. Ashar. Ashar means happy.
Salak, y'all. Both of my slave names came out of God.
I mean, they're like the English version of.
Yeah, the English version of it.
I see what you're saying. I got
I
you.
don't know how to go about that.
I mean, it's obviously some bastardization coming through the oppressor. You know what I'm saying? They take it in. You know what I mean? Like some of these names, brother, like just sound so. Like Ruben just sounds so like sound weird, right? Like it don't, or better yet, it don't sound like Alvin, a Shaw, Gad, Mother Shot, Party. Like it don't sound like Benjamin. Benjamin sounds like Uncle Ben from Spider-Man. Uncle Benjamin. That don't sound like Bunyamin. This sounds like a damn, you know what I'm saying? Like somebody club you upside the head. Bunyamin. It's the whole different thing, you know what I'm saying? So that's how we deal with that. We understand that these names are just English versions, so no, Reuben is not. It's just compared to what they actually are, it's like, man, this can't compare. You know what I'm saying? So Ashar means happy, right? So we write that as Shah Ra. Ashar, right? And then the Assyrian, again, if y'all can't read this, next time I just have to be a little more tabab with it. Salakia. You know what I'm saying? So, right. So Ashar, and then in the Assyrian, Ashar. All right. Two more, we done. Spelled it wrong, that's it. What? I figured they did that, no sweat. Give me Genesis 30 and verse 8. I'm going to read real fast in the Hebrew. The book of Genesis, chapter 30 and verse 8. Salakia. Wa ta'amar. Recall. Na pathwal. Na path. Salakia. Now, it's hard, difficult to say. Napath Thawalya. Alahayim. Napa Thalathia. Ayin. Akathia, Gum, Ya Kalathia, Wathakora'a, Shamwa, Napathalia. I got everything English? Genesis chapter 30 and verse 8.
And Rachel said, with great wrestlings have I wrestled with my sister, and I have prevailed. And she called his name Naphtali.
Naphtali, right? So read from the top one more time.
And Rachel said, with great wrestlings,
Struggle, go ahead.
have I wrestled with my sister,
I wrestled with my sister, go ahead.
and I have prevailed.
Right.
And she called his name Naphtali.
Notice that all his names are about these sisters fighting against each other. Jealousy is not nothing new, brother. Like, our sisters have always been that way and had, you know what I'm saying, tendencies of jealousy and things like that. And they do it. So don't think, oh, well, we need multiple wives. Oh, the only reason y'all act like that is because of American society. No. Our sisters was having issues with that even back then. You know what I'm saying? So it said, with great wrestlings, I've wrestled with my sister. I toiled with my sister. Natali means by wrestling. You know what I'm saying? It means to wrestle, or I have wrestled. So the actual would be Napathalia. So like it. Napathalia. Means my wrestler. Of course, this is Argentina to Chile. Right, I know we're running out of space. Salakia. So I'll just put it over here. So that's going to be a pa, do, ya. Napathalia. Pa, do, ya. Right. And then in the Syrian, it looks like do. Right. And then we got the last one, which is going to be Yashikar, so I gave it away. Issachar. That's it. Issachar. The Genesis chapter 30 and verse 18. So much. You got the scripture?
Mommy. No, mommy,
All right, so the book of Genesis, chapter 30, and verse 18. Wata Amar, La'ah, Nathan, Alahayim, Shakaria, Ashar, Nathathia, Shapakathia, La Ayashia, Wathakwara'a, Shawaj, Yash Shakar. So get everything in the shop.
And Leah said, God hath given me my hide, because I have given my maiden to my husband. And she called his name Isupk.
Called his name Issachar. In the Hebrew, it's Yash. Salakia. Shakar. Right? That's the so-called Mexicans. Right? Let's find out what it means. Read the scripture one more time.
And Leah said, God hath given thee my hire, because I have given my maiden to my handmaid.
Mm-hmm.
And she called his name Isupk.
She calls him Issachar. I believe Issachar means he is for hire. He is for hire. That's what I believe it is. I have it in my notes, but I can't see it right now. I'm almost certain it means he is for hire. Right? Yashakar. Right? Then we're going to write this out. Yeah, so technically, so it's not, it's two shahs. It's Yash Shakar. It's Yash Shakar. So like Yashakar. There's no cars in there. Also, yeah, Yashakar. A little difficult to read, but there it is. Yashakar. And then in the Assyrian, it's going to be Yah. Yashakar. All right. So we have it's all 12 tribes. Yahweh, Benyamin, Loyah, Shemayim, Zabul one, Aparim, Manashah, Gad, Ra'albin, Ashar, Naphtali, and Yashakar. 12 tribes of Israel. You know what I'm saying? Of course, blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians. This is who we really are, according to the Bible. You know what I'm saying? We're not Negroes. Yahweh. You know what I'm saying? We're not Jamaicans and Trinidadians. We're Bunyamin. We're not Haitian. We're Loyal. So like, let me just write that down as well, real fast. So again, if y'all, this is Yahweh, this is Joseph, the father of Ephraim and Manasseh. You know what I'm saying? All right.
Come on, let's go get
So,
some.
Not yet.
this is gonna be the so-called Haitians.
Go eat some dinner. Go.
And then we got the so-called Dominicans. All right. And then we got Zebulun, which is going to be it's multiple. Zebulun's going to be Guatemala to Panama. Guatemala to Panama and Panamanians. Like what's the cat name? Who watched boxing? What's his name? No Mas. I forget who's in boxing. When it comes to me, if y'all know in the chat, just say something. But yeah, he's a Panamanian, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Roberto Duran, yeah, Roberto Duran is Panamanian, right? And then of course, Ephraim is in modern day Puerto Ricans. You know what I'm saying? Jennifer Lopez is in Fat Joe's in the world. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's going to be so-called Cubans. You go down to Cuba, you're going to see brothers that look like me walking around, right? Cubans, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, Colombia to Uruguay, and last but not least, of course, even Isupk with the Mexicans, and Naphtali is going to be Argentina and Chile. Argentina to Chile. This is another section of South America. So really, if you look at it, you can see that South America is represented mostly by Asher and Naphtali. I mean, Colombia, Uruguay, Argentina, Chile, Ashar, and Naphtali. Okay? So that's going to be 12 tribes of Israel. So next week, what we're going to do is we're going to flip the script and we're going to actually list out the table of nations. So we're going to get into all the heathen nations. We'll be there. We'll be Lashawan. We'll be there. But then we'll get into the heathen nations, Elamites, Edomites. Who else we got? Maybe I think Amalek. We got a bunch of them, right? So we're gonna get into those. You know what I'm saying? And with that, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna go ahead and close the class out for today. You know what I'm saying? We'll be back, like I said, next week to go to the table of nations. Shalom. Yahweh Shem Shkata. Yahweh Shema Shah.